I'm going to give a review on the Dolphin E10 pool cleaner. It's primarily built for the above ground pools, and it's relatively simple to use. This is the unit. It comes put together, and what you do is you're going to open this top lid and you're going to pop this out. You can see the handle comes right out, and it comes with a filter. Each one of these filters, now this filter right here is the ultra fine, which I ordered. If you read the recommendations online, a lot of people are telling you to order this. I didn't in the beginning, but I could tell you it does make a difference. If you're thinking that the filter that this comes with will not suffice, that is not the case. It is a very good filter. You don't have to buy the ultra fine. However, I did notice a difference. I think it catches the dirt, leaves, sand. The original filter catches all of that. What it doesn't seem to catch is particles that can easily break up with pressure. Right, so if you have, I don't know, there's green fuzzy things that fall off and go into your pool, as they're sucked in through the vacuum, it can grind it up into sort of like a powder form, right? That is the type of material that escapes the original filter. This ultrafine will capture those things. So if you don't feel you don't want to spend the extra 60, 70 bucks, don't do it. But I can tell you it does make somewhat of a difference. These are easy to pop out. These slide right out. You take out some screws and all four of these come out. Very easy to clean. You take it with a hose after you're done. You take this with a hose to it. You turn it upside down. You squirt the outside. You squirt the inside. Get it nice and clean. And then you slip it back in. Right? You fold this down. And you just close this door. That's it. Now, you can put this in. Drop it into the pool here, which I make sure was nice and dirty. Now, a lot of people will report online that these do wheelies around the pool. What I've noticed is that if you do not let it go right to the bottom and you start the power too early, whether it's on top of the water and it's not all the way down, you will get it to wheelie all around the pool. However, if you let it sink all the way to the bottom and let it sit there for about a minute before you press the power on, I don't seem to have that problem. All right, so as you can see here, I let the pool get nice and dirty just to show you how it works. I mean, this is pretty bad. And you can see here we've got some big trees, right? This is pretty much the only two big trees on the property, so it blocks the sun for about 4 hours a day. But all the way around the other end, you can see there's nothing but sky. Okay, so I get a lot of leaves in the fall, and in the summertime I don't get a lot of leaves, but I do get a lot of dirt that blows off these trees. So I'm going to let you know how it works. This is the power control box that it comes with. You basically take this piece right here, it unscrews, you pull it out to store it away, or you tighten it to put it. This is my dog, my cockapoo Bailey. Say hi. And then what you do is you tighten this in and you plug it in, and when you are ready, you simply push this button. Once you push the button, the device is going to move a little bit forward, a little bit back, and then it's going to start doing its job. Now, what you'll notice is that it will pretty much, runs for about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes, and it covers pretty much every inch of the pool, but only once. So I do find in my 24-foot round that I have here, I need to, every time it stops after the hour and 45 minutes, I pretty much hit the power button, which shuts it off, and then I power it right back on, and I let it run for about 2 or 3 cycles, and that seems to get everything. I don't mind doing that for 3 cycles because I'm pretty much, I push the power button, go in the house, do what I have to do, come back out 2 hours later, it's done, push the power button to shut it off, power back on, and it goes through its cycle. But in between each cycle, please make sure you clean it, right, with the hose. As you can see, it's going around the edges. You can see close to the wall here, it pretty much got some, but you can see it's starting to blow because my pump is still pushing the dirt back. But let me just get you over here to the device and see there's some dirt there. Oh, can't see because it's it's turning around now. So what it's going to do, it's going to go up the side pretty much halfway. This is a 4-foot pool. So it's going to come up halfway. It's got brushes that scrub underneath, and then it's going to go back. You can't really see right now because it's blowing the water out the top. But now it's going to start going crisscross across the pool. And you can see it took all the dirt in its path. Now you can see stuff blowing behind it, but it will come back, and trust me, it will start picking up all that dirt. It's going to go crisscross, back and forth, horizontally, and then it's going to make its turn, and it's going to go diagonally, and then it's going to go left to right, north to south, east to west, however you want to label it. And then what it's going to do is, once it feels that it's covered every inch, it's just going to stop. Right? It's pretty good, and I'll show you. I'll get a glimpse of where there's dirt in the pool, and then show you how it picks it up. Okay, so it is headed our way, and as you can see here, a nice good amount of dirt here, right? And we're going to see if it picks it up. You see she's coming through. And there you go. It's going to go right over that dirt. It's going to pick it up, and you can see behind it, it left no path. I mean, no dirt in its path, right? And it's coming up the side a little bit. That's why you see it putting the pressure here on the top of the water. And then it's going to go back down, and it's going to shoot back across. Right, and as it's going across, it's going to move 2 to 3 inches to the right or left, and it's going to start going crisscross back and forth across your pool. Right, it's pretty darn good. So you can see here on the right you've got some dirt, and on the left you got some dirt, and right there in the middle there is none. Right? It's capturing all that dirt. That's pretty good. So I'm going to give you a little walk around the pool, and then after the first cycle I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is, you can see most of the dirt here around the pool, and it's pretty dirty, right? You can see all the dirt pockets there, right? As your pool liner, the bottom goes into the water, you can see how the dirt just collects, right? And I get this every single day, right? So if you are vacuuming your pool every day like I am, and you live in the Northeast area, my goodness, does this thing come in handy. It is definitely a time saver. I know it's a lot of money, but I mean, I picked this one up, I think it was $5 and change, and then you got $70 for the filter. But your time is worth much more than that, especially now that we're pretty much locked down. You can run out the house while you're on your laptop working from home and plug this baby in and run back downstairs and come back up whenever you get the time and just start it back up, and your pool is clean. Right? Okay, we got a pretty dirty spot here, and you got a nice clear view, and it's coming back at us again, right? Coming from the ladder. Got some wind coming in. There it goes. It's going right over a nice dirty spot, and you can see behind it, it's picking it all up. You see there? All the dirt behind it, gone. That's pretty darn awesome. Considering the fact that you could be sitting in your house doing whatever you need to do, and this baby's just going to work. I like it. You can see then it's going to go back, and it's going to do the same on the other side of the pool. And you can see to the right you've got dirt there, to the left you've got dirt there, and you can see the path right up the middle there, pretty clear, of where it vacuumed, right? And it's going to do this all around the pool. Now, keep in mind, the reason you do this a couple times is because when it does go across that path, what I do is I turn the pump on, and I let the pump sort of settle the dirt. You can see here, it's doing its little thing. It's going back and forth, and it's going to go across, and it's going to suck in some of this dirt over here. You can see it's like dirt be gone. It's like black magic, if you will. But anyway, I think it's pretty good. It gets the job done. It's pretty much plug and play. Once it's complete, I'll give a roundabout to show you the job I did on the pool with the first try, and then I'll take the filter out, and we'll get her cleaned up and start her again. One thing I do want to mention, the cord you can see here, it gets from one end of the 24-foot pool all the way to the other perfectly fine. A lot of reviews have been saying that the tangle cords. I have not had that problem, and I think I know the reason why. After running it twice or perhaps 3 times, you will see that the cord will start to wrap. When you take it out of the pool, what you want to do is you want to unwrap it and untangle it, right? What you don't want to do is when it starts to go in circles, take it out of the pool and leave it like that and then put it back in the pool the same way, right? Because then it is going to tangle. But as long as you unwrap it after 2 or 3 tries and you store it properly, you won't have any problems with this. Another thing I want to mention is that when you do, when it does go through its first cycle, after an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and you do stop it and take it out to clean it before you start a new cycle, put it back in a different spot of the pool. Don't always start it in the same area of the pool, because if you do that, it's pretty much going to go through the same cycle. I think the machine is that smart, at least from what I've noticed. So what you want to do is if you place it over here and you go through its first cycle, which this is pretty much where I started, when you take it out and clean it, start it over there, right? Face it a different direction. And then the third time, you might want to start it on this side of the pool. I found that helps a lot. So I'm just trying to give you a review with all the comments that I read about this, and to show you the review and talk through all the points that I feel were pain points for some of the customers that purchased this. But as you can see, it keeps going and it just rides right over. There's a big leaf right there. It gets that leaf up and out the back. You can see it's all gone, right? And it'll come up the side a little bit. You can see there. You can't really see because what it does when it comes up the side a little bit, it blows the water out. There is a little wheel that spins underneath. Now, don't think that this wheel is like spongy. Don't think that this actually does a lot of scrubbing. Once every few weeks, you may want to go in here with the regular vacuum, just go around it, scrub the bottom, vacuum it manually. I think that helps a lot. It's basically a plastic sponge that just spins. I don't really think it cleans like you would expect. So don't think this is the only thing you have to do. This will reduce your time with you will not have to come out here and vacuum every day. But what I do is every week and a half, couple weeks, I do come out here and vacuum manually, which is okay by me. I'm not doing it every day. I wouldn't even mind doing it once a week. That's not a problem for me. Once a day is a pain in the tuchus. Okay, after the first spin, you can see it's pretty good, but you still got some dirt here. I mean, there's not too much, not half as much as was before, that's for sure. But I've got to go in. This is my second time around. You can see still going there, but for the most part it picks up everything. What you want to do is you want to get, if you have a ladder, most people have decks, but I got a ladder here to the deck's built, and you might want to go behind your ladder if you have one and scoot out some of the leaves and dirt that get behind there and get it out here where the vacuum can get to it, but because it has no access to it behind the steps, obviously. And you can see it'll bounce into the steps, it'll go up the steps, and then it'll just back off and it'll turn itself around and go the opposite direction. It's smart enough to know it's stuck, which is pretty damn cool. But you can see you got bits and pieces, some leaves scattered all over the place. You got the top of an acorn there. But for the most part, compared to the way it was, this is pretty good. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna, once it stops, it's got about another half hour left. I'm gonna stop it, pull it out, clean it, and then run her again a third time because there's still some dirt in there. And then I'll put her back in the shed. I hope this helps.